Then meanwhile, after trying to, seek justice in any way that I could by myself, because I have nobody's support, no one's help here. So I have to, how do I say, to cope with all the matters, issues by myself. And after all the struggling since June until now, it's already December, September, and then October. My physical health was getting worse and worse, and suffering all kinds of body symptoms coming, affecting me too much, with body aches and shortness of breath, chest uncomfortableness, and especially most the relentless, sleepless, restless sleep at night, and which keep me waking up frequently through the night. And the legs pain, it's awful. And finally, in October, I visited the ANE, the emergency department at the CUH, Cork University Hospital. But to my surprise, I went in there describing my serious illness, symptoms. They got a simple blood test, general one. They say nothing wrong, nothing seriously found. They direct me back. You should go to. They ask me whether I have a GP. I said I don't, and they advised me maybe you can just go visit a walk-in GP. Walk-in GP. So I did. They direct me back to, you have to go to the GP. The GP will, refer you to a specialist. That's what the CUH emergency department said. And then, so the next day, I think it's the 20th of October. I hit in the first GP consultation, walk-in clinic. I tried to giving all the details about how I got sick from the migrant wash and got a Gabranan, got Tiger Gardis, abusing, torturing me there. And I tried to give the details, but this GP was kind of impatient to take in all my details that how I got this sickness. And she's kind of like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I just put you has issue with your landlord, and you got left outside, being cold for 2 days. And then that's it. That's how the GP simply put my sickness history reason, simply put in the medical records for my first consultation. So she is not willing to take down, write the Garda's name on it. That's why. So then after this, I was directed to do blood work test. Blood work test. Which also done like one of the laboratory at the CUH or subletted one. Then I was informed that my immune system was damaged, compromised. It indicates I have some like immune system disorder. Even by that moment, I haven't realized how serious this is going to be, and it's until later, and even this, because back and forth. Between the GP and the AIE, I visited many times. I always went in there with serious symptoms, and but the CUH, AIE, every time just send me back, tell me nothing wrong. I don't know why. Maybe because the first time the guard forced me to the psychiatric mental hospital, labeled me with the MRN number, the ID, the patient ID, the same, So the next time I visit the AIE, they gave me. I just found out that the MRN number is the same. So who knows? Because I try to tell out that them my issues are related about the Garda abused me, for them got me frozen in the country cell for 40 hours and tortured me too much over the first few months. But they would not, simply put the Garda, in that medical records. What else? And my health condition is getting worse, hitting down because of the struggling. And later in December, I visited the victim service, which is next to the Cork District Court there. I went in there. I told out my true suffering story to the two ladies in there. After they heard about me, I'm a Chinese, got abused, assaulted by the Garda, and they are local Irish, so they remained like they trying to get rid of me, and remained reserved. I really think that you'd better go back to Frank Battimer, as he knows very well about your case, because Frank Battimer, for the very beginning about my court appearance there. So I was really very reluctant, but I finally still went back to his office at the Washington District, opposite the small claims court office there. So I went in there. Frank Battimer was not in there. Instead, his secretary told me he would inform Frank Battimer later and give me a call back if Frank Battimer would accept my request taking the case against the Garda for appealing for compensation for the damages and injuries caused to me. And it turned out I was turned down by him. Yeah, they would not take it, but they know there's things back in there, buried in there. They want to unearth it. Then, what's next? Oh yeah, finally it came to the January of 2024, the next year. Actually, I early at the end of the year of 2023, I was sick. Yeah, I got sick. First got sick in between the May, and then all kinds of body symptoms starting from June with my oral teeth, gums, acute issues, which remained unknown why. And then until later, I went out for a protest, first time outside the Cork District Court building on the day 29th of January 2024. And that day, I went into the court with a megaphone, the pink megaphone. I want to look for that Sergeant Gilbert Davis who told lies at the court about my case, and I want to take out my megaphone to shout out there. Shame on the Sergeant Gilbert Davis. Was about to take out the megaphone, want to shout out, and I got removed out by the Garda by the entrance already. I just got in there and sit on the back bench, and then immediately the Garda noticed me, and they just got me removed out there. And then I stayed outside, standing outside the Cork District Court building on the road, protesting there about the injustices imposed upon me, the Cork District Court office, with the Garda's lies. And then after I finished there, I passed by, stood on the bridge at the St. Patrick's Bridge, I think, just down the St. Patrick's Hill. I stood up there, protesting, just shouting out from my megaphone. And then the Garda from the Core Market, that Garda station nearby, opposite the Lidl supermarket there, came upon me. They handcuffed me again. They took me back to the Target station. No, not Target station. Took up the Core Market there. That I don't know what's the name of that. Maybe called the Core Market Garda station. And then they made records. I kind of told them, your Garda abused me, torture me, but they trying to. And after they heard me protesting against the guards, their own Gardaí, and then you know what the Gardaí did there? They tried to contact the 24-hour doctors, GP. They employed this GP, summon this GP to ask me wait for more than 1 to 2 hours there. And the GP came. They intentionally refer me a letter. They want to send me back to the psychiatric mental hospital unit into the Mercy. They want me bring the letter back to Mercy, to St. Michael's unit to get I'm a mentally unstable, whatever, something like that, incapability, mentally incapability, whatever those. He emphasized me trying to jump into the river, which is not true. because they know I'm protesting their Gardaí.